All right, you did it. You made it to the final copy. So we have a set of directions for you guys to go through for your final copy document. Your essay is going to be copied and pasted from draft 2 here into the essay just below this box. And then you're going to see there's a grid here below. This has to be filled out before you submit your essay because I want you to score yourself just like I'm going to score you. All right, so let's go through the directions for the final copy so that you know what you have to do. First of all, this should be the absolute best version of your essay with 0 errors. Remove any sentence highlighting or anything like that from draft 2. So if you've got anything in your draft 2 document like comment boxes or highlighting, clear those out, fix those problems in draft 2. Throwing your essay back into Grammarly, I've got a link there for you and how to get into it. Do a double check that you have your introduction has a complete habit, that it's all parts of your essay are there and accounted for. Double check you have complete body paragraphs, including the counterclaim. You should have 2 body paragraphs and then 1 counterclaim. Make sure those are there. Check your outlines. Did you include all parts? Did you include appropriate source information, strong evidence, varying transitions, clear analysis? And then you can do a control F for repetitions. Double check your conclusion. Did you restate your thesis in different words than the intro? Do you have your call to action? Check your paragraphing, kinds of sentences, and punctuation. So here's some things to check on for punctuation purposes. And then what you're going to do when you're done is if you cannot give yourself a 4 or a 5 in each category of the rubric, so down here, a meet standard or an exceed standard, if you can't give yourself a 4 or a 5, you're not done working. Okay. Now here's what's tricky. If you're not sure how to make it better, how do you keep working? That's when you call me over and say, I don't know that my analysis here is strong enough, or I don't know that my evidence is strong enough, and I'm not sure how to improve it. Then you ask me and I'm going to come around and help. Okay. Once you have this grid filled out, your rubric is complete, add it up and give yourself a total out of 60. Then you can see what percentage you gave yourself. So I'm going to come over here and I say, let's say your goal is to get a 90% or higher. So I'm going to take 60 and multiply it by 0.9. And that is a 54. If you have anything less than a 54, you have a B. Well, or it could go lower, I suppose. But you have to have at least a 54 on this thing to get an A minus or higher. If you want to get even higher, you can do different percentages. If you want to say like, okay, I want at least a B on this thing, you got to get at least 48 out of 60 on the rubric. So when you are adding these up, look to see what percentage that makes for you, to see what letter grade you're giving yourself and whether or not that feels good to you. Okay. Maybe writing is extremely difficult. And so you're going to say, all right, I'm going for at least a 70%. You have to have at least a 42. Okay. So when you're done adding all these up, if you've got a 42 here and that feels like a huge victory, good job. Awesome work. Congratulations. But if you want to do higher, just look at see what those numbers are. Now, what you cannot do is then just go and be like, okay, I'll make this 3 or 4. No, if you honestly think it's a 3, then you need to fix it to make it a 4 because you know I'm going to give it a 3 if that's what it really earned. So don't just like fudge the numbers for the sake of making yourself feel better in this moment, because regardless, I'm grading it, right? And I'm going to give you the actual score. So this is your opportunity to try and better it so that you can score as high as you possibly can on it. And then again, if you're not sure what each category, what constitutes a 5 or a 4 or a 3, here's that specific scoring guide again. Go back through it and see, okay, if I want to get a 5 on all these categories, I got to do all of these things. If I want to do a 4 in these categories, I got to do all of these things. And read through to make sure that you feel like you've hit all of those points. All right. Any questions on that? Oh, last thing before you're done, make sure you delete this box. I don't want to see a box in your final copy. So just delete table, and your essay should be right up here at the very top of your document. And deep breath, because you're done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. All donezos. All right. Any questions for me, let me know. But if you are done, turn it in and don't think about it again. Yay, you.